the beauty is that the reason you have a good time when you come here is that it is causeless. I'm not giving you chocolate. I'm enabling you to discover that the real source of happiness is within.
It's hard to say. Sometimes when I watch your videos, I just end up watching your videos and it brings me a lot of joy. And it's very hard to find a reason for why I'm doing that.
But it's a very good reason. If it brings you joy, I couldn't think of a better reason. Because then it's love for the truth. So yes, it's definitely, it's a love of understanding for the sake of understanding. You see, it's nothing personal. That's the perfect reason for attending events like this one. Perhaps the first time would be, well, I have a problem, I'm miserable. But the second time to attend an event like this, a good reason would be because I enjoyed the first time. You see? And then I enjoyed all the subsequent. And that is the sign precisely of love for the truth. You see? So don't worry too much about that. It's much better to attend these events because you enjoy the experience rather than because I am miserable and I want to get rid of my misery, which is a good reason to come, right? But the problem with that is that often we have already predefined a cause for our misery. I'm miserable because I have a hard time in my relations with other people. Or I'm miserable because my health is not good. Or I'm miserable because I don't like my job. Or I'm miserable because life, I have to work too much, etc. And then you come to a place like here, and what you have to discover is that all these alleged reasons for being miserable in fact, are not the real reasons, and that they all boil down to one single origin of psychological suffering, which is our belief to be a limited entity, a limited consciousness, which deprives us from the lightness of being in the world, of communicating with others, just the enjoyment of life. Because if you come here and you have a good time, that's the most important thing. Because then the beauty is that the reason you have a good time when you come here is that it is causeless. I'm not giving you chocolate or whatever, or paratas or whatever, right? I am not giving you anything. I'm enabling you to discover that the real source of happiness is within, and that you are perfectly equipped for it. And having experienced this, having a good time here, you can come back, and then this attitude will then somehow carry over during the rest of your life. Perhaps not obviously in the beginning, but eventually you will discover the same interest in your interaction with people, in your daily activities as you had here. And you have the same eagerness to go into the battle of life like Arjuna, with interest and looking forward to it. Because after all, our true vocation is life itself.